Now it's time for AcesTV All Access, an inside look at what's occurring on your campus, featuring News Director Joel Freilich, Chief Editor Jonathan Classy, Reporter in the Field Charlotte Muscroft, Braden Presh with sports, and four-time Alyssa Fricky award-winning lead anchor,
Alyssa Fricky. Hello and welcome to the April edition of AcesTV All Access, the University of Evansville student home for news and entertainment. As we prepare for warm weather this spring with bike race on April 14th and sunset concert on April 20th, our reporter in the field gives us an exclusive interview on everything you need to know about this year's sunset concert.
This is Charlotte Muscroft here on behalf of AcesTV All Access, and it's a beautiful day here at UE, and I'm here with Lindsay Potter to talk about the sunset concert. Lindsay, hey, thank you for being here today.
Not a problem.
It's a beautiful day, and it sounds great for a sunset concert, but what is a sunset concert?
Sunset concert is a concert that SAB puts on every spring, usually in April sometime.
So who's going to be performing this year?
This year, All Time Low will be performing, and we're really excited about it.
Can you tell me a little bit about All Time Low?
They're a pop-punk band from the Baltimore area. They got their start, they were founded in 2003 and have been at concert festivals like Warped Tour and stuff like that, and have toured with a lot of really big names.
Can you tell me a little bit about the process of getting one of these bands to come to Evansville?
Well, usually we work through a middle agent, and they contact the bands, and then the middle agent contacts us, and we work through a contract that way. This year we worked directly with the Ford Center.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
We decided to have the concert at the Ford Center this year because it's been 2 years since we were able to have it in our ideal location, which is outside on UE's campus. And the acoustics in the gym that we have to hold it in are not ideal, and we wanted more of a concert feel because it is a concert. So we decided that the Ford Center was probably the best place to have it.
So can you tell me a little bit about getting the tickets and the process of that?
Yeah, we're doing an online registration. So you click the link that was sent to all UE students, and you put your name and your information in, and we reserve your ticket. And then the week before the concert, we'll have you pick it up in Carson Center, similar to like the basketball process.
How long have you been working on this?
We've been working since last summer, dealing with the Ford Center, and they just opened this past fall, so it was kind of a new thing, and new for us and new for them.
Can you tell me about the past sunset concerts and how this one will be like it or different?
2 years ago we had red jumpsuit apparatus, and last year I was part of the process, and we had Augustana come to camp, and so I got to meet the band, and they were really cool. We tried to create like an ambiance of neon, and there was an oxygen bar.
So you got to meet these bands. What was that like, and can students do that?
Well, in the past it was just the SAB Student Activities Board, but this year we're going to do a contest where you send a video on our Facebook page about why you want to meet All Time Low, and we're going to pick 2 winners, and they each get to bring a friend, and they get to come with us and meet the band before the show.
That should be awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
What are you looking forward to about the concert?
I'm really looking forward to having it at the Ford Center. That's mainly what got me really excited for this this concert, because it'll feel like you're actually at a concert that you would pay lots of money to go to.
And students get it for free, right?
Students get it for free, and we're on the floor of the stadium, and so we can, rage on the floor and have fun.
And what should students expect? Because freshmen, they've never experienced something like this before, so.
It's a lot similar to any other concert you would go to, except it's free.
So even better then.
Yeah, exactly. And transportation's going to be provided. We're going to have 2 buses going back and forth from campus to the Ford Center, so people can come and go as they please.
What are some of the highlights from the past sunset concerts?
Last year it was really exciting that we have a Battle of the Bands earlier in the semester, and the winner from Battle of the Bands got to open up for Augustana at the Sunset concert, and that was a really fun experience both for the band and for SAB. So we would love for all of the students to come see All Time Low at the Ford Center on April 20th.
This is Charlotte Muscroft here on behalf of AcesTV All Access. I just spoke to Lindsay Potter about the sunset concert this year with All Time Low. Make sure you guys go to it.
Thanks, Charlotte. We're all looking forward to those exciting changes with Sunset Concert at the Ford Center this year. Now, some other events to think about this month are the theater department's performance of Once in a Lifetime, opening Friday, April 13th, the Symphony Orchestra concert on Tuesday, April 17th, Troubles Without a Cause concert and UE's open house on Saturday, April 21st, and iHouse every Wednesday at 7. Now, it's not all access without the Pretsch Pass, and this month, Braden Pretsch gives you an interview on bike race and everything Aces athletic.
Thanks, Alyssa. Welcome back to the Pretsch Pass, everyone. I'm Braden Pretsch. It's been an exciting month in Purple Aces athletics. We start off with the men's basketball team, who earned their third postseason bid in 4 seasons. They accepted an invite to the College Basketball Invitational presented by Zebrapin. In the first round, the University of Evansville hosted the Ivy League's Princeton Tigers. It was a high-scoring affair down at the Ford Center. Unfortunately, the Tigers were able to pull away, taking the victory 95-86. Moving forward to spring, we turn our eyes to the Diamond, where baseball and softball have gotten underway. Through 25 games, baseball has a record of 16-9, including 4 wins in their last at-bat. You can definitely call them the Cardiac Kids. Softball has also gotten some wins under their belt, including their first conference win of the season over Missouri State. Now we turn to intramural sports. One of the biggest intramural events of the year is Bike Race, a competition that unites student groups from all across campus. I sat down with Fitness Center Director Jeff Chestnut and Intramural Coordinator Rob Latba to get their thoughts on what it takes to organize this event and what it means to the students here at the University of Evansville. Today, gentlemen, we're here to talk about an event that encompasses all of the students athletically, Bike Race. A very tradition-filled event here, an event that gets all of campus really excited. Tell me a little bit about the history of Bike Race and why it means so much to the students here.
History. Well, I can tell you the history that I know. I've been here, this is my 22nd year here. And Bike Race has always been the premier event at the end of the year. And it takes a bunch of people to make sure Bike Race runs well. Pretty much the whole student life staff takes part in Bike Race. It's just the premier big event. It's very similar to the Little 500 at IU, very similar.
And Rob, I know you haven't been here as long as
There's a lot of coordination that goes into it. Our student life staff taking care of the food and stuff like that. Intramural staff inside the fences running the race itself, along with other staff. Jeff overseeing kind of the whole operation, getting people in bright and early in the morning to get things set up. It just takes a lot of coordination, a lot of people to pull off this event. The whole campus is involved. We've been doing this now. This will be the 49th year that Bike Race has been running. So we've been doing it for a long time, and it's been an incredible experience. We've got 1 year under my belt, but last year was a little crazy with the rain. But we've got things in place, and Jeff has set up things to the point where it's click, click, go, and we've got things where we know what has to be done. We know what people need to be called in, including our companies that work on our bikes for us, along with our intramural staff who works during the race, athletic training staff. A whole lot of people are involved. Safety and security, clearing the parking lot, sweeping the parking lot, repainting the parking lot. All of that is involved with a lot of different departments. So it's really a collective team effort from everyone involved to pull off this event. And the students appreciate that, and the students enjoy the event, and that's what we're here to do.
Now, we talked about behind the scenes a little bit. Let's talk about the event itself. For people that maybe aren't as accustomed to what Bike Race actually is, physically, what kind of competition are we talking about here?
Oh man, it's an endurance competition basically, and hopefully they can stay on the bike. We have the first lap. It's just like the Indy 500. They start out the pacer behind the pacer, and then once that pacer crosses the line, they take off and they go. Typically, each rider will ride 1 to 2 laps, maybe 3, and then they'll pit. And as one person's come in, another person's being pushed out. and they try to keep their place. And it's just a cat and mouse game. Okay, I'm gonna stay out 2 laps. I'm gonna stay out 3 laps, and it comes down to endurance, basically.
It's not a traditional intramural event as we think about it, where it's low risk. We always have potential for injuries. This is a full-on bike race with full bicycles. A lot of schools do something similar with big wheels to reduce the risk factor. We go through the full bike race. They're racing at high rates of speed. Trying to keep their place in there. The pits are very important. When they come into pit, they're coming in almost at full speed to the pits, and they have pit crew members there to stop them. They'll grab the riders, and 1 rider's out in front to stop the bike, and 2 riders are there to stop the rider themselves. So it's a very quick change. Like Jeff said, it's a race on endurance. The men's race goes roughly 172 laps. It covers about 39 miles. To give you an idea, the women's race is not much shorter. High endurance race. The students are very tired afterwards. Very competitive. The riders themselves take it very seriously. They're training from roughly, on average, from January until race day. The groups have different teams. There's tryouts for the teams, who's going to ride on what teams. We have time trials on Friday to determine race order to start the race. That race order never finishes the way it started. People get tired. It is an endurance race. You've got to be in good shape to do this. Someone like myself or Jeff probably aren't going to be trying to ride this anytime soon.
Maybe 2 laps.
But I might be able to get 1. I don't know about you.
You guys might be the guy on the pace bike out there in front, right?
Maybe, and that's even questionable at that time. But it's very intense. The students take it seriously. They take safety seriously. That's one thing. They're very diligent on inspecting their bicycles and making sure the chains are good, the gears are good, the brakes are good, the frame is good, the tires are filled up accordingly. So we take every precaution that we possibly can. But we're still racing. We're still racing at high rate of speed, and we're still on concrete. So there is a risk element involved, but we do everything we possibly can to reduce that risk factor.
Absolutely. Now, we've talked about it. It's a big event for everyone on campus.
Absolutely.
Faculty, students. Once the event gets done, and everyone can kind of just...
Yeah, that's the reaction.
What is the one thing that you guys take away each year? Rob, I know you haven't done as many as Jeff, but what's the thing that you look back on and go, it makes it all worth it in the end?
Well, number one, when the race is over, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, like last year, we didn't have 1 accident. Everybody stayed on the bike, and for me, that is huge.
Absolutely.
If we can get to the women's race and the men's race without an accident, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
About 10, 12 years ago, we started serving food, and everybody who wants to eat comes out and eat. And it's a big event that everybody comes to, and we really have a good time. And the students, what I really like about it, afterwards, they come up to us and they say, "Oh, you guys did a great job." You know, that they actually tell us you did a great job, and that makes you feel good. You know, this is one of the big event. You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah,
we do our best. Last year we had to move it from Saturday to Sunday, which it's constantly checking the weather.
Yeah.
And we have to think safety first.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they still came out. They still came out.
It's one of those events that I've noticed just in my year and a half being here. Our students want to be involved. They want to know what's going on campus. They're proud of their university. This event brings everyone out. Everyone, whether they're watching the race, they're involved in the race, they're helping out, serving food, whatever it is. I've always said, if it weren't for the students, there's no way I could do this for a living. And seeing what kind of joy it brings to them, they so look forward to it. Is a lot of planning, a lot of work, absolutely. But at the end, when we see the smiles on their faces, they've had a good time. Even the riders who may, who may not do well in the race, they still had fun doing it. And ultimately, it's what it's about, having a good time. The winner and loser, and the winners and losers, in the end, it's great. We have those, yay. But the most important thing, people are safe. They had a good time. They came outside. We're getting away from computers. We're getting away from books for a little while. We're getting away from our technologies and our cell phones, and we're just going to enjoy a nice day outside, enjoy a race, away from kind of everything that gets into our everyday lives with social media and all that stuff. It's a time just to be one as a whole as a university, bring everyone together for a common event that is great that everyone comes out for, and we see basically the entire student body out there, which is awesome.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time out today, and best of luck getting bike race organized for this year. Hopefully it'll be a great event. I know the students are looking forward to it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks to Jeff and Rob for that fantastic interview. Remember, fans, bike race will be April 14th over in the H-Lot parking lot. Make sure you get out and enjoy this fantastic intramural event. Now, let's take a look back at this past month and look at our top 5 plays of the month. Here we go, folks. It's your top 5 plays of the month. Number 5, Julianne Miller and the Lady Aces taking on Illinois State. Nice move by Julianne, an up and underneath move to get the layup to go. And then we go to number 4 on the men's hardwood. It's the Aces taking on Missouri State. Ned Cox will get the steal on defense, and he's going to take it himself all the way and throw down the nice dunk. Number 3, we go to a little Evansville ace ball. The Aces taking on Western Michigan. Sophomore Tim Bodine will get the hit to drop just in center field. The 4th last at-bat win this season for the Aces. They take the win at Braun Stadium 8-7 over the Western Michigan Broncos. Number 2, back to the hardwood. Princeton and Evansville battling the first round of the CBI. Looks like it's going to be an easy dunk, but out of nowhere, here comes Troy Taylor with the awesome block. One more look. Watch how high up Troy gets. All ball on the block. A fantastic defensive play. But the number 1 player of the month going to the senior, Denver Holmes. Aces down 3 against Missouri State. Holmes takes the pass from Ned Cox. Fade away in the corner. Gets it to go as the end of regulation would send the game to overtime, a game which the Aces would win. Congrats on the number 1 play, Denver. Congrats to Denver Holmes for his number 1 play of the month, hitting the game-tying shot against Missouri State. Remember, fans, if you have a suggestion for the number 1 play, send it to me on Twitter at UE Sports Guy. Make sure you get out to Braun Stadium and Cooper Stadium this month as baseball and softball continue their seasons, as well as get out and support the women's tennis team as they are in the middle of conference play. Back to you, Alyssa.
Thanks, Braden. Some very exciting things going on this month, and let's hear what people are talking about. Hurd & Ridge with Joel Freilich.
Thanks, Alyssa. Everyone knows that the Ridgeway University Center is at the heart of activity here at the University of Evansville. So when it comes to polling students for their opinions on various topics, there's no better place to go. This month, I decided to ask something a little juicier and get some insight into the inner workings of the male and female brains of students here at UE. For AcesTV All Access, I'm Joel Freilich, and this is what I heard in Ridge.
My name's Brian Heyman. I'm a senior here at the University of Evansville, and what I find most confusing about the opposite sex is a lot of times they'll ask you a question, but they don't actually want you to answer the question, and if you do answer it, it just kind of gets you in more trouble. So I think that's most confusing.
So my name's Kate Flora. I'm a sophomore, and the most confusing thing I find about the opposite sex is their obsession with cars.
Oh, okay. My name is James Hughes, and I'm a junior, and the one thing I find confusing about the opposite sex is the way that they think.
My name is Jeremy Braybender. I'm a senior, and what I find most confusing about the opposite sex is their inability to make up their minds, whether that be about a man, another guy, or what they're going to eat for lunch is ever changing, and I cannot grasp my mind around it.
My name is DeQuan Turner. I'm a junior, and I find the mentality the most confusing thing about the opposite sex.
My name is Catherine Seitz, and I'm a freshman, and the most confusing thing that I see about guys is why they're always playing video games.
I'm Natalie Tischler. I'm a freshman, and what I find most confusing about the opposite sex is how they say that they're like chill and don't care, but then freak out over nothing and then try to play it off like they don't care. I don't get it.
Thanks, Joel. And thanks to you for watching this month's edition of AcesTV All Access. Get excited for Reading Study Day on April 25th and Commencement on May 5th. Check out all of AcesTV's videos and have a great month of April. For AcesTV, I'm Alyssa Fricky, and I'll see you on campus.
Want to be a part of AcesTV All Access or have suggestions for our show? Contact us at goacestv@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter @AcesTV or like us on Facebook.